take an example of any FMCG company or something, consumer products, that because retail investors, the simplest access they have is they'll be buying some sort of shampoos or face washes or something. So even those companies have generated gigantic returns. So how do you understand which company or which products that they have, companies that should be investing in? And I've kind of made a few data points, and I'm going to ask you,
Sure.
How do you identify moat of such companies? Moat is basically, for
Right.
people who don't know, moat is
Yeah,
competitive advantage for that particular company compared to other peers. So whether it's product or different aspects.
There are a couple of things that are important in identifying moat. And Porter's 5-factor model has usually been one of my biggest learnings, or one of my biggest tools that I deploy towards finding out whether there is a moat towards that company or not. When you just look at an industry, try and find out where the negotiating power lies, who are the consumers, what is the size of the industry, etc. Is that product a niche product? I will use, again, this is purely for educational purposes, I will use the example of Fevicol as moat. This is how I identify Fevicol having moat. What is the biggest moat that Fevicol has? A lot of people would say the brand, the positioning, etc. For me, the biggest moat that they have is the Fevicol Champions Club, which they have, which was basically like a Facebook before Facebook for all the furniture makers. They have this huge community of over 5 to 6 lakh furniture makers, carpenters, etc. So while you and I just watch the Fevicol ads and at best buy Fevicol for home consumption, majority of Fevicol is being bought in the country by carpenters and architects, etc. So that is their real customer. We are the consumers, they are the customers. So what are they doing to make those people feel good? Or what are they doing to keep those people connected to Fevicol itself? Are there payment terms, etc. in time? Are those vendors, distributors with them for the company for the longest time or not, is the big question that you ask. Because if the vendors are for the longest time, that means the company is paying them well, the company's business terms are more acceptable. And thirdly, most importantly, that no other competitor can come and take that place away from them, because that's the strength that they've generated. That's one side of the business. The second side of the business is the branding and positioning. So you see Fevicol's branding. I mean, it is a product which is never seen after once applied, because if the product is seen after it is applied, that means it's failed. I mean, if you've taken 2 planks of wood and stuck them with Fevicol, that's the last time you're going to see that product, unless the wood breaks and then you see the Fevicol patches there. And that means that the product has not worked, right? So that is, how do you sell a product like that with the advertising that you do, which people can't even see, and you use it only once?
Yeah,
they've done that extremely well. The positioning of Fevicol Ka Jod has ensured one thing, that no matter what, people will associate Fevicol with a strong bond. So that enables them to look at any 2 things that can be stuck. So Fevicol as a company has been known to come out with a lot of other products, a lot of other brands as well, where any 2 things can be stuck to each other. They have a bunch of products which are, to tile adhesives, wallpaper adhesives, etc. So marine, Fevicol XYZ. So for different products, that is an important mode.
Yep.
The third most important thing that you look at in terms of the product, the third most important thing that you look at is what is the spend that your end customer is doing as a proportion of their overall spend in that product. Now, for Fevicol, for instance, my overall spend on adhesive when I'm going to make furniture is no more than 2 to 3%, at best 5%. So if I'm making a 100 rupee worth chair, the cost of Fevicol in that chair will just be 5%, right? So the lower the proportion of your overall cost in the overall spend that you're doing, and if your brand is strong, the higher is the moat. Why? Because competitors can't undercut you with price. So if there is a company that comes in and sells me adhesive at half the price of Fevicol, Will I buy it? Chances are I might not, because what do I do by buying it? I save just 2.5 rupees of the 100 rupees that I'm spending, because 5 rupees has been on Fevicol and the other company gives it to me for 15% discount. So that saves me just 2.5 rupees. And what is the risk of me not buying Fevicol? The risk of me not buying Fevicol is my furniture breaking. So will I, as a value conscious consumer, spend that 5 rupees and ensure safety of my overall 100 rupees, or I will save the 2.5 rupees and worry about risk the safety of my overall 100 rupees that I've spent. So to that extent, the Indian consumer and consumers world over are extremely sharp, smart, and they are value conscious consumers. And when I say value conscious, it need not necessarily mean people are looking for the cheaper alternative. They're looking at a price benefit equation. So it is a two-factor model and not just a one-factor model. So the price that you are paying for a certain thing versus the benefit that you're getting versus the price that you're paying for something else and the risk that you're getting for not buying anything else is perhaps what the moat of a company is.
If you like such clips from my podcast, hit that subscribe button for more such content, and I hope I can bring more value to you.